Hello guys, welcome aboard. Um, Today I'm going to be tackling this FlareVM arsenal of tools. I'm still finishing up the Cybersecurity 101 learning path. Let's get to it, right? Learn the arsenal of investigative tools in FlareVM. Okay, introduction. FlareVM, or Forensics, Logic, Analysis, and Reverse Engineering, stands out as a comprehensive and carefully curated collection of specialized tools uniquely designed to meet the specific needs of reverse engineers, malware analysts, incident responders, forensic investigators, and penetration testers. This toolkit, expertly crafted by the Flare team at FireEye, is a powerful aid in unraveling digital mysteries, gaining insight into malware behavior, and delving into the complex details within executables. Okay, learning objectives. Explore tools inside the Flare VM. Learn how to use tools to analyze potentially malicious processes effectively. Be familiar with the tools used for static analysis or malicious documents and binaries. Some room prerequisites are: this room expects that you're familiar with various technical terms related to Windows and processes. If you're unfamiliar with these terms, please consider joining the pre-security path, which is a path I've already completed, and it's also fairly easy to recognize this. Well, at least for us who are versed in cybersecurity duties. VM access. Getting your hands on this tool can be pretty daunting at first, as building starting from scratch takes a lot of time, and the installation will take several hours. Thankfully, we have already included this machine in this room. Okay, let's start the machine. This should initialize an instance of FlareVM. Okay, so we will be accessing this from this. Uh, okay, right here on the side. Okay, we're not going to be RDPing into it, which is something we could also do, right? You may also use the following credentials to actually connect by RDP. Also, the files we will use in this room are located in the user's administrator desktop sample folder, and then a disclaimer. The FlareVM machine attached to this room contains malicious sample files as part of the practical exercises and has no internet access. These files should not be downloaded, executed outside the FlareVM machine, or distributed under any circumstances. Doing so could potentially harm your system or network. Always handle such files only in isolated, controlled, and secure environments. Okay, that's important. I'm ready to learn more about FlareVM. Okay, arsenal of tools. In this task, we'll introduce you the tools inside of FlareVM. It has many specialized forensics, incident response, and malware investigation tools. Below are the tools grouped by their category: reverse engineering and debugging. Reverse engineering is like solving a puzzle backward. You take a finished product apart to understand how it works. Debugging is identifying errors, understanding why they happen, and correcting the code to prevent them. Ghidra, which is a tool I've used before, and as I develop open source reverse engineering suite. X64DBG open source debugger for binaries in 64 and 32 formats. 32 formats, yeah. OllyDBG, debugger for reverse engineering at the assembly level. Radar 2, a sophisticated open source platform for reverse engineering. Binary Ninja, a tool for disassembling and decompiling binaries. PEID, Packer, Cryptor, and Compiler Detection Tool. Okay, so the disassemblers and decompilers. These are crucial tools in malware analysis. They help analysts understand malicious software's behavior, logic, and control flow by breaking it into a more understandable format. The tools mentioned below are commonly used in this category: CFF Explorer, Hopper Disassembler, RedTech. Okay. A PE editor designed to analyze and edit portable executable files is the CFF Explorer. Okay, and the Hopper disassembler is a debugger, disassembler, and also a decompiler. And then RedTech open source decompiler for machine code. Okay, then comes the static and dynamic analysis. Static and dynamic analysis are two crucial methods in cybersecurity for examining malware. Static analysis involves inspecting the code without executing it, while dynamic analysis involves observing its behavior as it runs. The tools mentioned below are commonly used in this category: Process Hacker, Sophisticated Memory Editor, and Process Watcher. Uh, PE View, a portable executable PE file viewer for analysis. Dependency Walker, a tool for displaying an executable's DLL dependencies. And then DIE, Detect It Easy, a Packer compiler and cryptor detection tool. Forensics and incident response. Digital forensics involves the collection, analysis, and preservation of digital evidence from various sources like computers, networks, and storage devices. At the same time, incident response focuses on the detection, containment, eradication, and recovery from cyber attacks. The tools mentioned below are commonly used in this category. Volatility, RAM dump analysis framework for memory forensics. Okay. Recall, framework for memory forensics in incident response. An FTK imager, disk image acquisition and analysis tool for forensic use. Okay, network analysis. Network analysis includes different methods and techniques for studying and analyzing networks to uncover patterns, optimize performance, and understand the underlying structure and behavior of the network. Okay, those could be Wireshark, Nmap, and Netcat, right? Wireshark is a fairly known network tool. It's a network protocol analyzer for traffic recording and examination. Nmap is a vulnerability detection and network mapping tool. Netcat read and write data across network connections with this helpful tool. Okay, then comes file analysis. File analysis is a technique used to examine files for potential security threats and ensure proper file permissions. File Insight, a program for looking through and editing binary files. HexFind, hex editor that is light and quick. HXD, binary file viewing and editing with a hex editor. Scripting and automation. Scripting and automation involve using scripts such as PowerShell and Python to automate repetitive tasks and processes, making them more efficient and less prone to human error. Python, mainly automation focused on Python modules and tools. Okay. And then PowerShell Empire, framework for PowerShell post-exploitation. Then comes the sysinternal suite. The sysinternal suite is a collection of advanced system utilities designed to help IT professionals and developers manage, troubleshoot, and diagnose Windows systems. Auto runs shows what executables are configured to run during system boot up. And then Process Explorer provides information about running processes. Then Process Monitor monitors and logs real-time process or threat activity. So have you checked all the categories? Yes, I have. There are a lot, right? Yes, they are. Worry not, as we won't tackle all those tools right now. It could take months to finish. We want to present you with the concepts of having a simple box filled with tools for different purposes, giving you an idea of what could work best for the specific task. In the next task, we will discuss the standard tools used for investigation. So which tool is an open source debugger for binaries in 64 and 32 formats? Let's look that up. This one. Then what tool is designed to analyze and edit portable executable PE files? PViewer, would that be? Oh, I think it's the CFF Explorer. We'll see. Yes, it was. Which tool is considered a sophisticated memory editor and process watcher? Memory editor. Process watcher. It's this one, process hacker. Then which tool is used for disk image acquisition and analysis for forensic use? Forensic image acquisition, FTK imager. Okay, now what tool can be used to view and edit a binary file? To view and edit a binary file, that would be this filing site. Looking through and editing binary files. What tool can be used to view and edit a binary file? Isn't that one? Probably they're talking about this one. We have plenty of tools, right? Commonly used tools for investigation, overview. Okay. It's gonna be a long one. Let's get started. Okay, let's examine the tools we'll focus on this round. These tools are the basic ones used for initial investigations. See the list below. Pragmon, Process Explorer, HXD, Wireshark, CFF Explorer, P Studio, Floss. Okay, so Pragmon is a helpful tool for tracking system activity, especially regarding malware research, troubleshooting, and forensic investigations. Process Explorer allows you to see the process of the parent-child relationship, DLLs loaded, and its path. HXD malicious files can be examined or altered via hex editing. Wireshark sharing and investigating network traffic to look for unusual activity. CFF Explorer, it can generate file hashes for integrity verification, authenticate the source of system files, and validate their validity. P Studio, static analysis or studying executable file properties without running the files. Floss, extracts and deobfuscates all the strings from malware programs using advanced static analysis techniques. Okay, so you can follow along on and open the tools and files on the FlareVM while we discuss the overview of some of these tools. Process Monitor, Proc1. Okay, a powerful Windows tool designed to help you record issues with your system's apps. It lets you see, record, and keep track of system and Windows file activity in real time. Process Monitor is helpful for tracking system activity, especially regarding malware research, troubleshooting, and forensic investigations. It keeps real-time tabs on the file system, registry, and thread or process activity. Here's how to utilize it effectively for investigation. So which one is Proc one? This one here. Okay, yeah, sure. So this is to monitor system activity, especially regarding malware research and blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. Uh, According to this log entry, the Local Security Authority Subsystem Service (LSASS) related process has successfully read a file. It handles authentication and frequently communicates with crucial system files such as LSASSRV DLL, Local Security Authority Server Service. Although this is a standard system process, LSASS may be the target of credential dumping attacks. If you're examining logs for indications of malicious activity, Mimikatz and other tools frequently try to access LSASS memory. In these situations, you should watch for any additional suspicious activity related to LSASS, such as odd access patterns or processes reading or writing to lsass.x. Don't worry, the sample above does not show any malware signs. Sure. Okay. Process Explorer. Let's close this one. Process Explorer offers in-depth insights into the active processes running on your computer. It allows you to delve into the inner workings of your system, providing a comprehensive list of currently running processes and their linked user accounts. If you've ever been curious about which program is accessing a specific file or folder, Process Explorer can provide us with that information. So Explorer is accessing, okay, this Explorer X. Okay, so as you can see from the image above, the CFF Explorer app is open using Process Explorer Procep located on the desktop. We identify the process and its parent process. This is usually pretty useful when we want to monitor what other processes are being spawned, such as from a Word document, an LNK file, or even an ISO file, as threat actors typically abuse this. HXD is a quick and flexible hex editor for editing files, memory, and drives of any capacity. It can be applied to forensic investigation, data recovery, debugging, and exact manipulation of binary data. Important features include viewing file and memory contents, editing, searching, and comparing hex data. Let's look at how the tool works. This HXD hex editor snapshot shows the binary file, possible medusa.txt. The hex data on the left indicates the file's contents in hexadecimal, and the ASCII interpretation appears on the right. Interestingly, the file starts with a 4D 5A little endian indicating it is executable. The data inspector on the right allows you to examine individual bytes by displaying their values in many data types, integer and float, facilitating a more straightforward data evaluation. Okay, by permitting in-depth examination of a file's unprocessed hexadecimal data, HXD facilitates inquiry by identifying file kinds, structures, and possible corruption. Its data inspector feature helps by offering insights into particular byte values. Okay. Where is it that they could tell that it was a little endian, which means an executable 5 for the 5E. Where's that? Oh, here, right? How it starts. I see you. Okay. On to the next, CFF Explorer. Well, the help of CFF Explorer's comprehensive file information, with the help, investigators can generate file hashes for integrity verification, authenticate the source of system files, and validate their validity by looking for unusual alterations. This is important to know when analyzing malware, since dangerous code may be hidden in altered system files. Yeah, that's true. The cryptominer.bin files details are displayed in the sample. September 23rd, 2024, a 64-bit portable executable file was generated. The file's information can be verified by its hashes. During investigations, this tool aids in confirming file information lookup and locating possible problems. Then comes Wireshark, right? Regarding network traffic analysis, Wireshark is a powerful tool that investigators may use to hunt down dubious connections, examine protocols, and spot possible assaults or data exfiltration. In this case, TLS v1.2 suggests a secure, encrypted connection that can mask harmful activity or safeguard legitimate traffic. This shows captured packets with details about the protocol, source, destination, and other information. Most packets show that TLSV 1.2 and TCP are being used for encrypted transmission. The raw packet data is shown in ASCII and hexadecimal forms, with a significant chunk encrypted using TLSV 1.2. You can check our Wireshark module here if you would like to dig deeper into this tool, which is, I believe, a module that I have already completed, at least the basics. Okay. PE Studio. Okay. Static analysis or studying executable file properties without running files is done with PE Studio. This feature is beneficial in several situations. PE Studio offers a variety of information about a file without putting users in danger of execution, which aids in identifying executables that seem suspect or harmful. So how does it work? Let's look at the image below. Okay, this example shows the examination of an executable file, psexec.x. Not in the VM, this is pure example only. Okay. Okay, so here we're examining an X file. Using PS Studio 9.22, a static malware analysis tool, the file has a dual purpose, legitimate for system administrators but potentially exploited by hackers for remote access. Dangerous. The file's entropy value of 6.596, which is where? Entropy value. Oh, here. Indicates a remote chance sorry, a remote chance of packing or encryption, which is typical of dangerous software. Version 2.34 of this 32-bit console-based application allows it to run programs remotely, a feature frequently used to migrate laterally during attacks. The file is assembled using Visual C++ 8. The dual-use nature of PSExec typically legitimate but suspicious in compromised environments, combined with low to medium indicators and moderately high entropy, makes its presence on the system concerning, especially if remote code execution is not expected. Its use in post-exploitation phases warrants further investigation to determine if it's being misused maliciously. Then comes flaws. Using advanced static analysis techniques, the Flare obfuscated string solver flaws, formerly FireEye Labs obfuscated string solver, automatically extracts and deobfuscates all strings from malware programs. Like strings.exe, it can enhance the basic static analysis of unknown binaries. Flaws also includes more Python scripts in the scripts directory, which can be used to load the script's output into other programs like IDA Pro or Binary Ninja. Okay. Are we going to view the results? Yeah, sure. Okay. In the example above, Flows extracted 189 static strings from a binary, which may contain hard-coded information such as file paths, URLs, likely for command and control servers, IP addresses, API calls, error messages, registry, encryption keys, and configuration data. However, no decoded strings were identified, suggesting that Flows did not detect or decode dynamically generated or obfuscated strings during this analysis. Malware frequently uses obfuscated strings to conceal its malicious behavior. So which tool was formerly known as Flare Obfuscated String Solver? Floss, right? Then which tool offers in-depth insights into the active process running on your computer? I don't remember. I think it was just by name, CFF Explorer, Process Explorer, or was that ProcMom? I think it was Process Explorer, we'll see. Yeah, okay, by using the Process Explorer ProxXP tool, under what process can we find SMSS.x? Oh, it was the tool that they were talking about, right? By using the Process Explorer. Okay, let's use that, right? Process. Okay. Under what process can we find SMSS.x? How do I go here? Filter by name. SMSS.x. Okay, this is the process. Set priority, restart, suspend, properties, performance, strings, maybe, image, threads. What is this? Just thread ID, security. Oh, then what process can we find this in SMSS.x? Under what process? Which way double click on it takes me? Disk network, performance graph, performance, physical memory, image. Under what process? Under the system 32? No, I don't think so. Thread. Under what process? SMSS.x. Talking approximate. Here, offers in-depth insights into the active process running on your computer. It allows you to dive into the inner workings of your system. Yeah, but what if I just don't filter that? It's under the system process, right? Let me just check it out real quick like that. Yes. Which powerful Windows tool is designed to help you record issues with your system's apps? Record issues. It's not Wireshark. Procmon. Record issues with your system apps. Procmon, the first one. Okay. Which tool can be used for static analysis or static executable files properties without running the files? Without running the files. That's important. PE Studio. Without running the files, right? PE Studio. This is the one. Now, using the tool PE Studio to open that crypto miner. Okay, let's close this one. Then let's start Let's open PS Studio. And you want me to open the file cryptominer.bin in the desktop sample folder. File. Oh, come on. Open file. Desktop sample. Already here. Cryptominer.bin. This one. Now you're asking me for what is the SHA256 value of the file? It's this one. Copy value. Got it. Using the tool PS Studio to open the cryptominer being in the desktop, how many functions does it have? How many functions? Where am I supposed to find that? Property, first byte hex, entropy file size. How many functions? Entry point. Are they talking about these functions? 3? No, I don't think so. Cryptominer.bin. Right? Oh, here it is. 102. Okay, what tool can generate file hashes for integrity verification, authenticate the source of system files, and validate their validity? Generate file hashes. Uh, mm, mm. File hash. Can generate file hashes. Okay, CFF Explorer. I think it's this tool. CFF Explorer. Using the tool CFF Explorer to open the file possible Medusa. Okay, then where's that? Here's the tool CFF Explorer, and we want to open the file whose name is possible Medusa, a txt file. And okay, what is the MD5 of the file? It's this one. Okay, use the CFF Explorer tool to open the file possible Medusa. Okay, already did. Then go to the DOS header, which is this one here. What is the magic value of the file? 5A. Can I copy this? Yeah. Okay. Analyzing malicious files. Let's close this already. Okay. In this task, we'll get our hands dirty. Let's dive right in. Using the tools from our Flare virtual machine, we will analyze different executables, run them, and see what it does on a specific machine. A suspicious windows.x file was downloaded by a user on this particular date at 3:43 a.m. This download was flagged as a potential threat. The monitor team has sent you an email requesting to perform an analysis of it. They have sent you the file, which is now in the user administrator desktop sample. Okay, folder. So Windows X. Our initial approach for this investigation is to perform a static analysis to get initial information from the binary. Analyzing using PS Studio, right? Let's start with PS Studio. Open the file with this tool. Okay, let's open the file with this tool. It's windows.x. Okay, what information can we use here? So we have some hash values. For the computed MD5 and SHA-1 hashes comparisons with established databases like Aristotle are recommended. Okay, sure. Let's copy the value. Then let's go to Aristotle. Now let's check that hash, right? URL search file hash. Ooh, security vendor flagged these files malicious. Okay, and then this one, which is this one, copy value. Playerstotal.com. Is that org? iOS.com, then the SHA-1 value, also flag malicious. We establish, I recommend if there are no known detections, there is a greater chance that it's a fresh or undiscovered malware campaign. Although the file claims to be connected to the Windows registry editor, regedit, which you can see based on the description, right? Where's the description? This likely an attempt to trick people and evade the discovery. Legitimate regedit tools are usually found in the Windows System32 directory rather than the user's download location. So what else? Version, comments. What comments do I have here? Little comment in Russia or whatever language this is. Sorry, but I don't know what language this is. What else? Registry editor, and then Windows in the files metadata is suspicious indeed, primarily if the user or the organization does not operate in Russian-speaking environment. This could potentially have profound implications for our organization. The absence of a rich header indicates that the file is potentially packed or obfuscated to avoid detection by static analysis tools. This is typical behavior of sophisticated malware that tries to evade detection by altering critical sections of its PE file. Okay, where's the header though? Mm-hmm. Okay. The function tabs list API calls that the file has imported. The function tabs lists API calls that the file has imported. Okay. This is also known as the IAT import address table. By clicking on the blacklist tab, uh, so PE Studio will sort the API by moving all the blacklisted functions to the top. Okay. Uh, this is useful because it enables us to understand how malware may behave once it compromises a host. The image below shows what API has been imported. Here are the important functions that we noted. Set use shell execute. Yeah. This function allows the process to use the operating system shell to execute other processes. This is often seen in malware that spawns additional processes to carry out malicious actions. Okay. CryptoStream, this managed cipher mode, creator descriptor, these APIs indicate that the executable uses cryptographic functions, specifically region dial AES encryption. Malware may use cryptography to encrypt communication files or even implement ransomware functionality. Okay. Crypto stream, where's that though? Then cyber mount and then this data managed here. Okay. So these APIs indicate that executable use cryptographic functions. Okay. Malware may use cryptography to encrypt communication. Yeah, okay, noted. Analysis using flaws. Open PowerShell and go to the directory where a file is. Let's open PowerShell. And let's go to the directory where our file is. Okay. Note that it might take a while before the PowerShell prompt appears. Run the command flaws x, Windows X, and then append this into a text file named windows.txt. This will run the flaws x, the tool flaws x, and output it to a file named windows.txt in the same directory. Okay, let's go. kappa. No, let's go to sample. Now, floss.x, windows.x, windows.txt. This will run the floss x, and I'll put it to a file named windows.txt in the same directory. Sure. Open the file and go to the bottom part of the result. Okay, let's go to sample. Let's open the file that we just generated, and you're asking me to go to the bottom part of the result, which is where exactly? I guess it's here. And then sure, because we have this. Okay, aren't these familiar? These are the functions that we saw earlier using the PS Studio tool. Crypto string mode, yeah, this one here, then create the cryptor, then what's the other one, cipher mode, and then these are okay. I found them. Yes, they are. They are actually the same that we saw before, right? So analyze with Process Explorer and Process Monitor. In this example, we will analyze the network connectivity of the file cobaltstrike.x located in this particular directory. We will try to figure out if the file is making any network connectivity to any possible C2 server. Let's get started. Run the file cobaltstrike and open Process Explorer. Okay, let's run the file cobaltstrike and open Process Explorer on the desktop or from the taskbar. Already ran it, so let's go to Process Explorer. I believe Pro X, that's the name of the tool. Okay, so we will try to figure out if the file is making any network connectivity to any possible C2 server. Let's get started. On the desktop front, you can also search for it in the Windows search bar if you manually click the binary explorer.x, which is where exactly? If I manually click the file explorer.x, yes, I do. I found it. Would be explorer.x would be the parent process, yes, and cobaltstrike.x would be the child process. Yes, I see it. Let's see if that is indeed the case, which it is. It is, as you can see from the screenshot above. Remember, this information is crucial, but let's focus on our goal to determine whether this process is making any network connectivity and to what destination. The process ID is 4756. Well, in my case, it is. In my case, it's a different process, but no matter. Note that the process ID might be different from your machine. Right click on the process, select properties. Okay, let's right click on the process. Let's go to properties. And now go to the TCP IP. Okay, we go here. Tab, we should be able to determine the destination it connects to and the state it sends. Oh, it connects to this particular IP address. Stack's not available. Yes, sure. Yeah. Like if I make this larger, should be able to see the whole thing, which is the same, right? So there we have it. On another note, when we're doing analysis, it needs to be verified and precise. Therefore, we won't be relying on a single tool. We'll use another tool to determine if the information is correct. Stop the process and rerun it. This time, we will use Procmon or Process Monitor. This is also located on the desktop or in the taskbar. Okay, so you're asking me to stop the process, right? If I right click and I stop the process and rerun it, I guess kill just the process. Yes, kill the process. Now let's rerun it, which is in the sample cobaltstrike.x. Now I've rerun it. Now you're asking me to check that with Procmon, which I believe is this particular tool. Yes. This is also located on the desktop or in the taskbar. when we use the proc when looking for the binary is challenging, as it will list all active processes. What we're going to do is filter it. The image below points to the filter icon. Okay, so let's go. Where's the filter icon? Filter icon. Filter this one here. Oh, we found it. This. Okay. Cobalt Strike. Oh, and it does say that it's trying to. Okay, let's check it out. Process, lengthen, process, stack. System 32. TCP reconnect. Then we have some thing here. Oh yeah, we also have that. Okay, so it's trying to connect to this particular C2 or our IP, right? Which could be a remote execution server that hackers may utilize. So when we use looking for the binary, okay, now using this filter involves several steps. This includes select the process name, select contains type, any value containing any word related to the process. If this task in this task Cobalt, click include and then add and click on apply. You should be able to see that condition added. Yeah, sure. This confirms that the binary was indeed making a connection to an unknown IP address. Yes, which is the case. Okay. Using PE Studio, you open the file windows.x. What is the entropy value of the file windows.x? Okay. So how do I go about stopping that? Like exclude, search, jump to exclude. How do I go about terminating that process? Just using this tool. This is the process name, right? So what if I want to jump to process? There's no way for me to terminate it from this particular tool. Is that it? Okay, let's minimize it. And then using PE Studio, open the file Windows Explorer. Windows X, I'm sorry. What is the entropy value? File. Let's open the file windows.x. Then you're asking me for the entropy value, which is 7,999. Now using these, what? Isn't that the value you're asking for adult? Yeah, okay. Using PE Studio, open the file Windows X and then go to Manifest Administrator section. Sure. What is the value under requested execution level? Requested execution level. The value under that is require administrator. Okay, which function allows the process to use the operating system shell to execute other processes? Which function? You tell me. Waiting. Which function allows the process to use the operating system shell to execute other processes? That would be, I believe, use shell execute. TryHackMe remote server is not currently reachable. Please check your network and try again. What? No way. My network is good. Yeah, it's good. Okay, back to business. Use shell execute. I think that's the one. What? Set use shell execute. Which function allows the process to use the operating system shell to execute other processes? Use shell execute. What? Which could that be then? To use operating system shell to execute other processes. Would that be are you asking to put it the whole thing to use shell Yes, you, okay. Control the language. Okay, which API starts with R and indicates that the executable, the executables use cryptographic functions. Cryptographic functions. Which API starts with R and indicates that the executable uses cryptographic functions. I think it's the one that they were talking about before. Region dial managed. Yes. What is the imp hash of CobaltStrike.x? Imp hash, CobaltStrike. We're currently looking at Windows.x. So how do I find the imp hash? Zooming with Studio. Let's see. File, open, CobaltStrike.x. You're asking for the imp hash, which is this one. Copy value. It's value. What is the defunched IP address to which the process CobaltStrike is connecting? We're already opening CobaltStrike. What is the defunct IP address to which this process is connecting? Strings. No. Functions. What if we check the blacklist? Get current process, terminate virtual write file directories. File header. Indicators. The file exposes strengths to. Okay, what is the IP address to which the process CobaltStrike is connected? You need to provide the IP address in defined format, such as. Yeah, sure, but I can't tell. Or maybe I have to use another tool for this. Entropy, file size, entry point, executable, compiler, stem, file type, yeah. Um, the process CobaltStrike. Let's see, I want to filter CobaltStrike.x at apply. Okay. There's not such thing. It's probably because I haven't run it, right? Sample. So I have to run it to be able to check what up. Yeah, okay. So you're asking me what is the defunched IP address? So you're asking me to defunct this IP address that this is trying to connect. So how do I go about that? Which the process will try is connecting to. How do the manage IP address? How to define URLs, IP addresses. Let's close this. Oh, okay, we can use CyberChat. Defund. And then the IP address. Because we have to remove this. Now, I don't think that's what I wanted to do. Because we should get something like this. Okay, probably I need to add this. Is that it? No. Bake. No. Defend. IP. Nope, 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 nope. What is the defunctional IP address to which the process called strike is connecting? I mean, we know the non-defunced IP address, which is this one. Let's keep reading. Understanding debugging of IP addresses is okay. So this is the IP address. Oh, search on the receiving error while making a phishing analysis report. We'll be learning about defanging an IP address and a URL. We define the term in simple terms. It means modifying the IP address to a more human readable format or preventing someone from clicking. In the world of cybersecurity, it is defined as a technique to make IP addresses less harmful and non-functional. So URLs are also defanged. Okay, so I think what you're asking me to do is basically because what if I do this? Okay. So it would be just what? No. No, I was wrong. Altering what defining might be. Nope. Cold strike. I mean, chat. What if I just paste this? Define IP addresses. Now I get this, but this doesn't make really much sense. One, I don't also think this. Oh yeah, it worked. Okay. What is the destination port number used by Cobalt Strike when connecting to its C2 IP address? What is the destination port number? Would it be check this out. Process destination port. Timestamp. How do I go find the destination port? Then what? No. Because it does say host and 2NS. Which doesn't make much sense. So how do I find that? Let's check the hint. Use the pcap PNG file in the sample folder and use the filter IP80DR. Use the pcap PNG file. Pcap PNG file in the sample folder. I don't see no pcap PNG file. Oh, okay, found it. So, and use the filter IP. What if I open that? Okay. It opened with Wireshark. Okay. Registering, sure. Welcome to Wireshark. Okay, we found it. And then you ask me to use a filter IP80DR. What's the filter? It's this one. Wait a packet. Turn the window. Yeah, sure, find the packet. Nope. I want this APADDR equals this. Are you serious? APADDR equals 47 dot ADDR equals 47 dot 120.46 to 10. Find. Okay, we found it. Now let's check out this packet. Protocol destination port 81. Is that it? Yes. During our analysis, we found a process called cobaltstrike.x. What is the parent process of cobaltstrike? Okay, but parent process of cobaltstrike, we should be able to check that with which tool? CFF Explorer probably. File. Open. Cobaltstrike.x. I don't think this was the one. Cobaltstrike.x. During our analysis, we found the parent process. No, probably the Rockmark maybe. Let's open the file, cobaltstrike.x. Happened. Desktop. Sample. What? Okay. Not Rockmark. Okay, this is the process when a user personally clicks a binary. When a user normally clicks a binary. What? CFF Explorer. File open. Cobaltstrike.x. Oh. Maybe the P Studio. Open. Cobaltstrike.x. And then a process called cobaltstrike. What is the parent process? It's not this P Studio, maybe Proc1. Okay. Filter architecture is right.x. Add, apply. Okay. Maybe it's because I haven't the particular executable. Okay, what now? That it's already okay. During our analysis, we found a process called cobaltstrike. What is the parent process of cobaltstrike? And the hint is that this is the process when a user personally clicks a binary. When a user personally clicks a binary. Explorer.x. Is that it? Is that it? What happened? Yes, it was. Okay, this took a bit longer than I expected. In this program, we introduce the FlareVM, or Forensics Logic Analysis and Reverse Engineering, a complete and customized environment designed for incident response, malware reverse engineering, and forensic analysis. We review the installed tools and categorize them based on their purpose. We then discuss some standard tools widely used during investigations, such as P Studio, CFF Explorer, Process Monitor, and Process Explorer. Lastly, we acquired hands-on experience in analyzing malicious programs or files using these tools. Sure, solid. That was it for today, guys. Oh, this was a heavy room. I'm gonna go grab some coffee and then tackle the next. Thanks for sticking up with me. Hopefully, we all learned something together. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next room.